For the past several months, Steven has been requesting me on Patreon to review the Happy Madison movies produced for Netflix, and it looks like I've now reached the final one of these. The stand-up comedy special, Adam Sandler, 100% Fresh. I will admit that I'm a lot more familiar with Sandler's film output and some of his SNL sketches than I am with his stand-up, of which I've seen nothing until I watched this special. So, what did I think of his material? Well, for the most part, I found myself largely disappointed. The special appears to be cut together from many different shows he performed, and the editing is a tad strange. The first 20 or so minutes especially seem to have little flow, as you jump from one stand-up bit to the next. I really hoped to get some laughs and see a side of Adam Sandler different from his movies. However, I found a lot of the jokes a tad sophomoric, and I was bored through large chunks of the special. There are, of course, multiple points where he pulls out the silly voices. Even if I'm not a fan, Sandler clearly enjoys doing them, so more power to him, I guess. Something that surprised me was how song-heavy 100% Fresh is. I know he's famous for his comedic songs, but the show seemed more like a concert at times than a stand-up comedy special. A lot of tunes were based largely on repetition and saying the same phrases over and over again. I just found the special largely a bore to sit through and did not find enough that tickled my funny bone. However, there were some moments that actually did work for me. The one stand-up bit I enjoyed involved Sandler taking his family to Disneyland. Throughout the bit, it was a fairly standard routine. Until the punchline, which I thought was genuinely funny and made me chuckle. I also liked a few of the songs Sandler performed. One was the Bar Mitzvah song. Part of the reason was because there were drawings that accompanied the performance, which added to the story Sandler is telling about his Bar Mitzvah. The lyrics were also really clever. I also thought the ending song, where he talks about how much he likes his family, was very sweet. Apparently he's quite the devoted family man, and that comes through in this song. The highlight of 100% Fresh, though, has to be his tribute to Chris Farley. This is a very touching moment that shows how much Adam Sandler looked up to Farley. He was an incredibly talented comedian actor gone far too soon, and Sandler manages to capture precisely what made him so funny, as well as the tragedy of his death. They even showcase photos and clips in the background. I discovered the work of Chris Farley only a number of years after he passed away, and cannot help but think of the roles he might have played and the movies he could have done if he was still around. I'm sure Sandler would have included Farley in several movies, and he would have been delightful in all of them. Watching 100% Fresh, something that struck me is that, despite his musical abilities and love for writing comical songs, 8 Crazy Nights is the only musical Adam Sandler has ever starred. I find that very surprising, but maybe he's just waiting for the right concept. Maybe he could collaborate with Ryan Murphy, since they're both at Netflix now. Overall, even if I did not laugh a whole lot during 100% Fresh, the special does reaffirm my respect for Adam Sandler. No, I'm not the biggest fan of several of his movies, but he's out there doing what he loves and trying to bring joy to people with his unique brand of humor. Watching him on stage, you can see his excitement of being up there and telling whatever strange jokes enter his brain. Whether you prefer him in his immature comedies or more dramatic roles, or even the Hotel Transylvania movies, Adam Sandler is undeniably talented. And while he's being offered million-dollar contracts to bring his silly ideas to the screen, he's going to take advantage of that for however long he's able to. Watching these recent Happy Madison movies has been quite the journey, and you might think I would groan before pressing play. But in actuality, I get really excited, because I don't know what I'm going to watch. Of the movies Sandler's production company has produced for Netflix, I would say Murder Mystery and The Week Of were my favorites. Anyway, check out Adam Sandler 100% Fresh on Netflix and write your thoughts in the comments. Plus, let me know which of the Happy Madison Netflix movies is your favorite. Thank you for the request, Stephen.